Hi everyone, happy Saturday. Leroy also says happy Saturday. If you can't see him, there he is. He is all over the place this morning. Sorry, I need to raise my voice a little bit so y'all can hear me. So yeah, having to do this one outside. I tried to record it twice and my lighting is terrible in that room. Because of the time change and just it's like overly bright and I can't, it's either too dark or too bright. So we're going to record out here instead, which is fine because this is probably going to be the only video I do this weekend. I'll talk about that at the end. So this is for September, October, and a week or two in November. I will do probably my last completed pages of the year at the end of December, as I don't see me coloring enough in November to really justify having another completed pages video in about 3 weeks. So, but let's go ahead and get started after this big loud car. The majority of these are color by number, but I will do the regular pages first, followed by the color by number, followed by Leroy shaking the table while he scratches his neck, and then some whips at the end. I did color a total of 43 pages over this time period. 17 of them were non-color by number, and then 26 were color by number. So Halloween and October are my favorite holidays, months. I love the fall. October also was month for Cattober Coloring 2023, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. I got in this book. This is a really cute book, by the way. I love the countdown idea. Also, this being a shorter book, these were simple, easy pictures to complete. This is 30 Days to Halloween. I'll talk. I didn't get any of the extra pages done, and I only got about half the book done. I was starting off behind and just was perpetually behind. So the majority of this is markers with some shading in different places. I really like, in the 40 set of Cali Arts, there's a set of yellows and golds that I think are real pretty, and that's what I used there. This is probably my least favorite of the set. Didn't really know what to do with him. This is one of my favorites. A lot of them I would let sit there for a day or two until I got inspired with a color palette, and that happened with this one. I love the neutral palette and the greens, and that's why I threw in the pink for pop of color. I saw him and I said he has to be pink. He's a werewolf, it has to be pink, and so he was. I really liked the neon colors in this, and used them quite a bit throughout, as you'll see. Starting with the nun, I did do more shading, outlining with the markers. I like this one because of the dark red background and then the pastels in the front. I was trying to create a balance of dark and then bright, and the fluorescence helped give me a lot of that bright I was looking for. So this I looked at, and in my head I thought a blue Teefel night, and snickered at my own pun because I'm terrible at puns. And so then I decided to use all blues. So that's how that one came to existence. I knew, again, trying to figure out a balance of dark backgrounds, light foregrounds, and that's kind of what I did there as well. Kind of like my purple and blue eye ghosts. I don't know what they are in the background. One of my friends wondered what the story was behind this picture, and I think I said she works for the devil, and this is the devil's bunny, and she's got to do all the grunt work, like take the bunny out to use the bathroom, and I think she's they're always watching her, and she's sitting here thinking she's not going to scoop and just run off. And she's wondering if she'll get in trouble. Because, you know, the devil's totally conscious about bunny poop in the environment, or whatever that thing is. I think it's a bunny. This might be one of my favorites in the book in terms of colors and shading. It just looks appropriately bright. I don't know, it's really good balance. And I did a little more kind of blending on this, which is probably why I like it a little better. I just didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of different things on these pages if I wanted to keep up. And that was my problem, as I started getting behind. Like here, I wanted the colors of the flames to have a variety of colors, and so I would get caught up on details and then get behind. So these two, I kind of went with the same type of concept with the flames, outlining them in white. I thought it would be something a little different. And I did use glittery gel pens in the candy, but you can't see them glitter very much right now. And then my last one I completed was this one. Again, I really like the white around the flames. Wasn't real sure what to do with the rest of them though. And at that point, I felt like I was running out of, because I was using a lot of the neon and then dark colors, and I was like, after 15 pictures of that, I was getting kind of tired of that combo. I started this one and I was like, man, you know, I'm still like 4 days behind. So I think next year I'm going to, instead of trying to complete it this month, next year I'm going to complete it. And that'll include all the extra pages. Like they also have a little countdown in the front. So one video I was thinking of doing towards the end of the week, I think a lot of coloring book groups and artists noticed the interest in this, and so even Coco Wyo has a 24 countdown to Christmas book, probably already out, and so I might do a video where I show you guys the different ones I see, though it may be like from my computer, because I'm not going to buy them all, because I'm just not going to color in them all. And yeah, I could hold on to them, but you know, next year there will be more. So it's like, how many do you want to hold on to? So but I thought that might be fun to show people the different types of countdown books there are, and so you guys can make a choice on like which one's your favorite, or maybe you want more than one. So just an idea. So I colored this back in, I believe it was September, and I had a recording that just went this week. I think it was Thursday, if you want to go back and look. I'm not going to be able to put it in the top right on this one because the way I'm going to load this. But if you go back to my video listings, it'll be Thursday's video where I do marker demos in this. This is Christmas in July by Ava Brown. I really love this book. I'm not as big on Christmas coloring, but I do love the idea of Santa on an island. Let me make sure. Yeah. And so in this one I did a variety of like highlights, shadows, shading, and then some blending, like with the I tried with the turtle and it didn't go very well, but like the branches, the sand, and it's all markers. I think there's a little bit of gel pen on his, it's hard to show glittery stuff out here, on his little spots on his shirt, but I think he turned out really cute. I was really not, like, I was beating up on myself about it in September, but now that I look at it, I mean, it's a perfectly fine picture, so I don't know what my problem was. Probably because I was so stressed out, to be quite honest, and just dealing with all the issues I was dealing with at the time. So if you want to see this one colored, go back to Thursday's video, the video before this. Same with this one. I had recorded some footage in September to show you guys how my favorite way to color, which you've already seen in the 30 Days to Halloween. And then I colored from the 50 Space Themed Miniatures coloring book. I have my Copic swatches in here. This is Tuesday. I think Tuesday or Monday I did this video. And we have this little alien guy. So yeah, my favorite type of coloring is just basically coloring straight with a marker, then using that same marker or a slightly darker marker to create, like, I call it lazy shading because I'm outlining usually everything, which isn't how natural shadows would lie. I jazz it up with some gel pens, and then for hers I like to do just a strip of color as an outline to give the idea of a background without having to color like the whole page. So that's where the black outline comes in, because, you know, he's in space. And I thought he turned out real cute. I think I used my Copics for this one. But that is on Tuesday's video, plus Tuesday's video talks about, like, it's wrapping up the tips and tricks alcohol marker series finally. And it talks about like storage options for markers and stuff too, plus some resources in the description of other marker colorists or artists that do more blending, since I didn't do a lot in the demo. So Island Cuties, I have been, if you saw my previous completed pages, I kind of created my own little challenge where I will color an Alexander Frenzy. I'll pick a color palette from the Sarah Renee Clark's color cubes, and I will color one from a Joshua Dunbar book using the same palette, and one from Alexander Franzese. And that's been a fun little challenge. I did only one in September, and it was this guy. Though I really love the apricot peach color in the background. That was one I added. So a lot of times I don't have a palette with me. I'm sorry, I think I know where it's at, and I just forgot that was the right palette. But sorry for the road noise. Sometimes I'll just add a color because usually it's not enough colors for me, and I added that peach color and I really liked it. So that is palette 12 from the Sarah Renee Clark color cubes, if you're interested. And for a different way to look at it, I used the same palette. I wanted to get one more in Summer Mandalas done, and I did this one. Are those the same one? Boy, they sure don't look like it, do they? Let me look here. It is. It is. Look, that's what I'm saying. They're so different in how they look. So that's the reason I like doing them. And of course, I love the kitties in this one. So I actually need to write this down so I can keep up with these. And this was right at the beginning of September. So I was hoping to do more in her spooky mandalas, and I wanted to work in his Halloween cuties. Did not happen for October, but I am hoping this month I can do so. Alright, now we get into the color by numbers. So I did do a lot of non-color by number pages. It just, because they were all out of one book, it didn't feel as substantial until now that I'm looking at it. So color by number, so for those of you known, who I've been taking a leave of absence from work. Stupid road noise. In October, it was just hard for me to do a lot of coloring, and the coloring I did do when not in 30 Days of Halloween was basically in color by number. It kind of saved my skin a little bit and helped me get through just a lot of blah days where I was resting. Summer Season Ceramic Tiles color by number. This was released kind of towards the end of summer, so I wanted to get a couple in here. And so I did this first page. I've been forgetting to do this. The watermelon. Sorry for the shaky camera. Loud vehicles. And then I did the flip-flops. So I at least got a couple in here before I really got into the autumn coloring. Chibi Halloween and Spooky Characters by Sach and Sach Diva. I did 2 in here. This one was part of Sach Diva Sunday that Tammy Colors 2 is doing. Every Sunday, she usually does a color and chat from either a Prachi Dewan Sachdiva book or a Sachin Sachdiva book. I think this was the very first or second one that she did. Loved it. I love owls. This is a very cute book. I just love the colors and the art. I think this might be, his stained glass ones were my favorite, but honestly, his little character books like this, because he's got one out for Christmas too, by the way, might be my new favorites. So I did this one on my own, and yeah, I just love the colors. I love how they turn out. They're so cute. Speaking of stained glass, I did, this is a book I'm hoping to complete soon. Stained Glass Halloween, color by number by Sachin Sachdiva. I worked through this one a lot in non-Halloween months. Ooh, that one had a little bit of bleed through somewhere. Wasn't there? Huh. Oh, maybe it was just how the marker was going down. So we have our little witch. So in October, I did my annual Cattober coloring. This year it was Cattober Coloring 2023. And I only put in 2 color by number cat pictures this month for myself, which I hated because I wanted to do more. But again, I'm always going to want to do more coloring. It's never going to be enough, especially when it comes to Halloween. So this was one of my cat submissions for the month. For everyone who participated, thank you. The word on it got out a little bit more on Instagram this year, thanks to Passionista, who had mentioned it in her color alongs for the month. And we had so many submissions, and they were so good, y'all. Thank you so much for participating. I'd love to do a showcase, but as anybody who's been doing a color along in Instagram knows, Instagram's being difficult, not showing all the colorings in the groups like it used to, and so it just makes it harder to do it now, unfortunately. But if you go to the Cattober 2023 tag on Instagram, I'll put it in the description, you can see at least most of the pictures as well. So like I said, this one is the one I'll probably continue working in just to try to finish a book. Break from Halloween, Wildcats, Circulism Art Books, color by number. This is the one I'm hoping, my first Circulism book I hope to complete. That's one I'm working on. I can't remember if I showed you guys this one or not. Okay, sorry, that was a siren. I don't know if I showed you guys this one or not in the last completed pages, so I thought I'd show you this. This is the African Golden Cat. And again, I love the color combinations used in this. And here is the Bobcat. Sounds almost like the tornado siren. A random time of day to be going off. I started on this one, but I haven't gotten very far. This is the tiger, so that's my next one to start up. More Halloween. I really love this one. This I have his mosaic art landscapes I haven't started in, but this mosaic art, I think that is a tornado siren. Y'all, it is sunny and like 50 degrees out here. Yeah, it's noon. Somebody just randomly decided to test the tornado siren today. It used to be on one day of the week, like Thursdays or something, and then now it's just like random. It's really weird. Of course it had to be today. I did 2 out of this book, I think. Or did I do just... I did 2. Another one from Tammy's Sachdiva Sunday was this one, which is of course the cover. This was another Cattober coloring 2023 picture for me. I love this one with the little black cats. I love this book. It just takes a while to finish it because I'm used to the mosaics being like shorter books, and so to me it takes a while to finish these pictures, but they look so good when they're done because they've got more detail in them. And so then we have this bear who's, you know, channeling some Five Nights at Freddy's vibes here. Who, that other bear looks like he's met an unfortunate end. So I think I'm going to start at the back and work my way towards the front, because like in these types of color by number books, they do bleed through, and it makes this a little harder to read. You'll see it here. So I did that one just because I wanted to for Sashtiva Sunday, but I think normally I'll work back front. Autumn Season Ceramic Tiles Color by Number. So this is the book I'm going to be actively working in. Hopefully able to finish. It would be nice to finish it by end of next month. I'll still be doing autumn stuff in December because it's my favorite season. I'm off to a pretty good start in this one. There it goes, finally. I like the little mushrooms in this one. This is definitely one of my use-up markers books. So sometimes the leaves will be slightly different colors or something like that because I will run out of marker. Love this one. This might be my favorite one because I love squirrels and I love the colors on this one. Like somebody got a hold of the mushrooms in the previous one and like they're looking at the squirrel and now it's all this like psychedelic color shifting around them. This was another Sashtiva Sunday from Tammy Colors 2. I really enjoy that series. Some weeks I don't have the books, which is fine, but other weeks I enjoy coloring the same picture that she's coloring. So yeah, working my way through that book. Enjoying that. I said the Color by Number Garden, Beautiful Garden by Alexandra Franzese was my favorite color by number book of hers so far, but now that has changed, I think, because we have spooky houses, and of course anything Halloween based is awesome in my book. So I did this one. Now this one I will sometimes do a little extra outlining shading with it, with her pictures, because it just turns out so pretty when I do that. I don't know, it just gives it a really extra kind of dimension. So again, I started in the back just so it would be easier to read. And I love the bright colors. I was very much vibing like brights and fluorescents this year for Halloween. I did do one near the front because I wanted to do one more cat one. So I did the shoe with the kitty, which I thought was super cute. So I don't know, probably for the next 6 months until it starts getting warm, I'll be working out of this one. And then I'll probably switch back to gardens like once it gets warmer. Bunno and Mousie's Kawaii Adventures by Alice Mills Publishing. I did do 2 in here. I'm using the, I think it's the Arctics color by number markers because this is a pastel type of color key. This is one without the outlining shading, and then this is a version with it. And like I said, I just feel like it adds a little more to it when I take the time to add in the extra shading. I was working in that in September and then got distracted. So I've been watching a lot of Disney books. I've been watching wanting to watch a lot of Disney movies while I'm off, and I was like, it would be really fun to color a picture related to the movie while I'm watching it. And so I started to do that with my Disney color by number books, like the big Hatchet Heroes ones, and I realized very quickly I'm not going to be able to get one done during the movie. So when I watched Emperor's New Groove this week, I came to this book, which I hadn't colored in yet. This is Disney Villains Color by Number by Thunder Bay Press, and I did this one of Yzma, because she might be my favorite bad guy. And this might be my favorite Disney movie. I just love the sarcasm and the humor in the movie. Actually watched Crunk's New Groove last night, which I'd never seen, and it wasn't bad. I was a little pleasantly surprised because they had everybody sign on to do their voices again. So I had an issue with my purple. If it looks slightly off, I ran out of ink. I'm finally starting to run out of ink on my Ohuhus, and so I had to get creative with some of my other purples, and some grays, but in doing that, like, it really doesn't look all that different. So love how that turned out. Another Thunder Bay Press book, Gold Girls Color by Number. I've done 2 chats in here, one in September and one like a week ago, from the different shows. We have this one. I think this was from You Gotta Have Hope. I did a color and chat, a bit of Golden Girls trivia, and then the one I did last weekend was this one, which is from The Actor. So I think that was last Saturday or Sunday I posted that, if you want to go check that out. And now I've got dogs barking. Now we are to whips. I have a lot of them. Y'all saw me color in a lot of these, and then I just have not gotten back to them. Mostly because a lot of them require some pencil work. Eerie Enchanted, Fairy Tale Origins. This is probably my favorite color book. I did, during watercolor summer, start a page in here using the Artwell watercolors. Oh my gosh. I didn't mark the page, did I? There it is. So we did this with the Artwell watercolors, and then I used some of the iridescents, and I also used, can't remember the name of them offhand, but they were like the candy colored watercolors as well for the bunnies. And that layer turned out super cute. I've just got to go in and add pencil. I love how his feathers in his hat turned out. Just haven't had a chance to go back to that one yet. Story of My Life, I have one from last year, a pirate scene from the God, I can't think of anything today. Precious Cat book. I have a double page pirate scene from last year that I did the same thing. All watercolors, haven't put pencil to it yet. This is from Color It Goddesses. This was one of my marker demos on blending on marker paper. Alright, where'd you go? There you are. And I did work on her a little bit after that video, as you can see. I started to color the background in that video, and I changed my mind and just decided to black it out. With her colors, I wanted her to be the feature here. My plan around here is to probably erase all this with a gold shimmer paint that I have, and then use probably gel pens on the rest of it. And then use maybe some gold paint or gel pens on all these extra little bits and pieces. Not a difficult thing to do. I just haven't got around to it yet. So she's gonna look fabulous when she's done. When we're getting there one of these days. Well, a lot of these, I don't usually use pencils in where I've been sitting in the living room. I don't usually use paint. A lot of that stuff I do in my art space, and to be honest, all that's been gathering a lot of dust the past few months, just as I've been resting and trying to make the best time I can of this leaf. So actually I have 2 whips in here right now. Le Grand Classiques volume 10. I had one where I outlined Bambi for Spicy Cat Colors Buddy Color a couple months ago. I haven't got back to that yet. This is where I tried coloring when I watched Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm actually pretty close to being done. I was hoping I could get this done before this video, but I think there's a couple. So Sisu turned out more green than blue. More blue in the movie. But my paint pens, this is what ended up happening. I still think it's going to look really good when it's done. Most of the background's just dark gray and like a close to black color that I'm going to have to just pull my Prismacolor pencil out for. I love these pictures when they're done, but man, they are super detailed. I don't know why I have so much problem. Once I get good and into them, I enjoy them. It's just starting them that seems to be hard. And finally, another marker picture I started during the demo marker work that I'm still not done with. Don't have much to do, just her skin tone. I'm not going to add any extra shading to this probably. And I just realized I have another whip that I got to go find. Maybe a whip. I have her skin tone, the flowers, the butterfly. It's not a ton. I just hadn't got around to it yet. Let me go grab that other book. Here we go. The whip, though it could technically be done, but I want to add some pencil to it, is this one. This was also part of the marker demo that I was showing you guys. Again, I think I used a specific palette for this. I can't quite remember. But I finished her up in the markers, and my plans to come back and pencil probably the Fila's. Though I did buy some new pencils that I might try, so we'll see. Anyway, I really do want to add pencils to her, so we're just going to call that a whip for now. Alright, so we are fully caught up. I went ahead and took the rest of my books inside. It's not like cold out here today. I'm in a long sleeve pullover, and I put my tennis shoes on, and I'm fine out here. So, and my neighbors are not there to play music, so that's also a benefit. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it feels a little scattered. It's just been the story of my life lately. So like I said, I guess I did more coloring than I thought I did, especially in October. I started feeling a little more like coloring and a little more like doing stuff just this past week. That's where I got like the Yzma picture done and was working on the Sisu picture and all of that. So I'm feeling better, finally. The time change really helped. I think my body is naturally set to go to sleep on standard time and sleep during standard time. Otherwise, I have to force it to get up earlier. And I do, but that doesn't mean I sleep well as well. So I feel like overall, given the exception of a few nights this week, I've slept a little better. I've been getting some different stuff done. I've had to get some paperwork together for work for the extra 3 weeks of leave that I'm taking this month. I'm actually going back the 4th of December. And then some other paperwork for some workplace accommodations that I'm trying to get approved. So anybody think good thoughts, prayers, cross your fingers for me. I'm submitting that on Monday, and I'm extremely nervous about that and how that's going to go. Because other people who've went through the process have had very different experiences. So we'll see. But I did get my doctor to do the paperwork yesterday, and he was very supportive about it. So I'm glad for that. But yeah, so like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been doing a lot more crocheting this week too, maybe a little bit less coloring and more crocheting. I actually should have brought out the little wooble that I made. Woobles are these little amigurumi sets that you can buy, and they're an all-encompass beginner crochet set, and they're very addictive, like coloring books. And like, I need to try to get anybody on a new hobby, but they are, you know, beginner to intermediate kits. And well, shoot, let me just show you. Hang on. Alright, so here's one of them and how he turned out. I think I call him Spooky the Ghost, but I think his actual name on the kit's Snooky. I think I read that wrong, but that's okay. But yeah, they're just these little sets that you crochet. You stuff with the stuffing they provide. They have little safety eyes. Though they do provide black yarn, so you can embroider them if you're using them for young kids or like pets. And then they have like the little bits of yarn that you need to finish them out too. So he turned out real cute. He's got glow in the dark yarn, and if you like hold him under a lamp, he really lights up. So I have collected a ton of these and haven't, just like coloring, part of the hobby is the buying, right? And so I'm just now starting to get where I'm crocheting some of the kits. But he turned out super cute. And then this is one of the others that I think that was the very first one I did. And I really should have turned him the other way. But this is my little chick. So I guess he could be a duck too. And like I said, he was my very first one that I did. And he looks a little rough. The attachments, like when you have to make the pieces and attach them, I'm not very good at that just yet. So be curious at the end of it all if I did another one of these and see how he turns out and how different it is. Right now I'm working my way through. They do theme sets. They just released a Harry Potter collection. Again, why am I trying to enable everybody else? But they also have a Pac-Man set. And so I'm working my way through the ghosties right now. And I don't have the eyes, but like this is what they look like. They have a little bit of ball, like a ball that's stuffed that actually works in, and it has like a coat. So I just need to put the eyes on them. And then I've got Pac-Man and a little cherry. So I'm going to make these. If they work out really well, I'm going to see if my brother would like a set maybe over his birthday or Christmas. Because again, these are relatively expensive kits. So again, I'm not trying to enable anybody, but just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. And so now I'm working my way through creating. I'm going to do the coats of all the ghosties first, then do the inside parts. And like I did the orange inside part and then realized it would be more efficient to do it this other way. So I've been kind of working on that. That's one of the reasons why I may not get as much coloring done this month. So schedule wise, I decided to spread out some of these big videos a little bit just to try to make sure I don't do too much at once, since I'm finally starting to feel a little better. So like completed pages is this weekend. Next weekend will be my book haul update from end of September, beginning of October to now. I probably won't purchase. I have one more book coming, like it's a Korean or Japanese book that's on the way. I probably won't order any more books till the end of the month, even though Serendipity by R.J. Hampson's due out here in the middle of the month. I'm going to wait till the end of the month and then make a decision and buy like 3 or 4 books. Probably. Hopefully it worked well for me last month, so that's what I'm going to try to do this month. So this haul will be updated to, will be as updated as we can get. And then the next weekend, which I believe is Thanksgiving weekend, I will probably publish on Wednesday the supply haul video. So my plan for doing that is Black Friday sales. I want to be able to, I know there's not usually sales on books, but on the supplies, I did want to put that out a little early just in case you see something you like. I'm going to have 3 pencil sets. I said I wasn't going to have much, but I ordered a couple more pencil sets. I know. I'm going to have 3 pencil sets, hopefully the Fila's. This new set I got caught, I'm not sure what they're actually called, but the box has Finding the Lost Girl on them. They are unnumbered, unnamed pencils, though, so just giving you guys a heads up. And then the Posca set of 36 that I still have yet to unbox and try. I'll have 3 sets of watercolors, including the Mozart Japanese style watercolors. So that's currently my plan for right now. And then I'll probably throw a coloring chat in there somewhere too, just for funsies. But like, that's kind of my plan for the month, is just to spread everything out a little bit so I don't get too, like, I'm feeling better. I don't want to overdo it. I know this seems like very small increments, but it took me a month of solid sleep to start feeling even just a little bit better. Under my arm and stuff's actually feeling better. The CT scan was clean. There's really nothing else. As long as the pains went down, there's really nothing else to do right now. We just wanted to rule out like lymphoma and stuff. But if it starts hurting again, don't know what we'll do next. So yeah, that's kind of it from here. Like I said, middle of the week or Wednesday or Thursday, I might try to do a video showing the different like countdown to Christmas books that are out there. So you guys can see the different ones if you like that countdown idea. And and like I said, I should have the flip throughs on the books probably next Friday, and we'll just keep rolling and keep rolling. So thanks guys for watching, and bye for now. Yeah, bye for now.